And hi there. How you doing? I'm back. A little behind schedule, but I'm back. Welcome to the afternoon session. It's Bruce here, Stock Markets with Bruce, Uncle Bruce, for the last hour of the week for Friday, June 25th. Welcome to the final hour of this week's trading session. We're positive on the Dow. I got good news. We're positive on the Dow, and we seem to be positive on many things except some of the stocks we like to follow. Well, let me get into that in a minute. We're up right now. 254 points on the Dow, 15 on S&P, 13.9 on Nasdaq. Oil is up 67 cents a barrel to 73.97. On some of the stocks that we're following, we're down $1.91 on SOFI, and it has been a most fascinating, frustrating thing to watch as the shares are basically being held around the $19 mark. They were held at $19.50 earlier. Now they're $18.95 to $19 kind of, and they've tried to get over 19 a little bit, but they just don't go anywhere. We've had on SoFi today 24.6 million traded. Not a single word from anyone about anything. No announcement that I have seen anywhere, except I saw an article saying SoFi looks like a good value under $21 a share. That I found, and this was just basically a buy it now kind of piece. Don't know if it was a paid for piece or what, but yeah, it's nice to see that. But it has had no effect on the market. GameStop, $200.19. That's where it is right now. The low of the day on GameStop, $198.50. It broke 200 about an hour ago, and it's been hovering around 200 ever since. Volume on GameStop is 4 million shares. Quiet day. ATIP down 6 cents, 9.16. No big deal there. AMC 54.05 down 265. Gores up and down. It's up 2 cents, 15.03. Very choppy lately. Matterport came out with a report. I believe it was Matterport. Yeah, I think it was Matterport. GHVI. Here we go. They came out with a report about how well they're doing, if I recall. And let me see if this is here. So yeah, they're celebrating 10 years of innovation, but there was an article somewhere I saw on I believe Matterport, positive numbers, growth, and so on, and that popped the market from about 1482 earlier today, just right after 1 o'clock this afternoon, up to like 1525 or something like that. It shot the market up about almost 30 cents very quickly, but they gave it up and it came back on again. So it's like breaking even now after it's all said and done. 1503. 23andMe up to $11.99. It's been flirting with $12, up and down. It's up 11 cents. Fifth Wall Acquisition is up 23 cents to $12.27. That's new high territory. Vector Acquisition is up 20 cents to $20.50. That is a Rocket Lab. That's looking better. And Navsight is up 2 cents, and Starboard is up a penny. So there are 6 of my SPACs are actually up. 6 of my favorite SPACs are up. And 2 of them are down. The 2 down are SoFi, ATIP, and everyone else is up on the day, either just a couple of pennies or 20 cents, something like that. So we got going on. Kind of weird. There you have it. The Dow, like I say, up 245, S&P up 15, Nasdaq up 9.8, and that's what we have. I'm just looking at a headline here. It caught my eye, just out of the corner of my eye. Came out a few minutes ago. FINRA sanctions Merrill Lynch over UIT rollover and compliance issues. I wonder what that means. I'm always curious about these kinds of headlines. Wonder if we'll see anything like that with any of these other brokerage firms and stocks that we watch and what have you. Yeah, 1898 on SoFi. Very frustrating day today for us SoFi lovers, because it just seems to be not getting a boost at the moment. But anyway, there you have it. Welcome one, welcome all to the show. And what we have here? We have a question here. Please help me understand. If I buy 100 shares at, let's say, $50, I write a call at $85 strike price, and I get $15, and then quickly roll over the option call to $5 strike. I don't know how you could do that and why you would do that, and then get here we go, and then get $45 for it. Am I not up $5 for the premium, another $5 from exercising the stock? You're long 100 shares. You write a call option. But if you're going to roll over the option, I don't know how you can roll over the option. You have to buy back your contract that you just sold for $15. So I don't know what the point of it is. You can't exercise the contract. You've written the contract, so you're not long, you're short. And I don't know what you're talking about with a $5 US strike. You're talking about writing a $5 strike contract. I can see that. So if you have 100 shares, you don't do anything in the first place. You just write the $5 contract, get a $45 premium. I don't know. I can't make heads or tails of what you're saying to me, and I'm supposedly the expert. Not necessarily. There's something missing in our math, and there's something missing in our language, and there's something you're trying to do that you can't do, and I'm not sure 100% sure what's going on here. Yeah, very, very weird. Damn it, Jim. I watch a lot of golf. PGA has had tons of SoFi commercials the past few months. Every little bit of talk helps. I agree. There's no question about this company doing phenomenal promotion. Sold some VACQ to buy more long SoFi calls January 23. Bruce, can you make things go up? I hope the taxman doesn't give me headaches for writing covered calls every 2 weeks on my TFSA. Yeah, no idea there. And what else have we got going on? Thank you all for being here. Yeah, here we go. Of course, VACQ goes up today. I was planning on buying up some calls. Yes, you have no idea when these are going to go, do you? They just don't. You never know. When they go, and there is no waiting for anybody. 1050 on VACQ, up 21 cents right now. Fifth wall up 23 cents to 12.27, and nav site up 2 cents to 9.98. So a little bit of movement here and there. We're obviously. Yeah, I'm explaining it wrong. Uncle Bruce, no worries. Damn, I need some one-on-one. You're either explaining it wrong or what you're trying to do can't be done. Or you're trying to do the same transaction twice, which you can't do either. And there's the issue, perhaps. But we're getting lost in the translation with this typing stuff. A one-on-one might be the way to go. I agree. Thomas, your patience is a model to follow, at least this time. Thank you, everybody. And let's see, what else am I doing here? Can't talk to you about that going postal. Can't help you there. I've been away for a while. What did I miss? There's nothing going on. You haven't missed a thing. Everything's fine. GameStop is at $200.38. SoFi now at $19 even. 917 on ATIP, only down a nickel. AMC back over 54, but down. It's been down basically almost all day today. Gore's 1504 is up 3 cents. It's been up and down, up and down. 23andMe 1198 up a dime, same thing. Mainly up, a little down dip in the middle of the day. Fifth wall up all day to 1227 now, and Vector Acquisition is improving little by little, and there must be something coming at any time because the stock is giving it away. That there's anticipation on Vector, isn't there? Don't we all see it? And we're hopeful for something good to happen there very, very shortly. Please, thank you very much. Yes, GameStop, $200.01. No news today. We've had news early this week, including the fact that they are $1.12 billion wealthier. Cash on hand at $225 a share. Stock's at $200. That right there is telling you something's wrong with this picture. The stock is undervalued compared to the fact that you just sold stock at $225. I don't know. Bought another 100 SoFi today. Now I can sell 3 covered calls in the future. Correct, Carlos. Good job. And I got some more SoFi January 22, 1750 calls buy the dip, folks. Right on. Scoop this up, $18.99. I bought more GameStop, $199.95. And hi, Uncle Bruce from Big Bear. How you doing, Big Bear? Bruce, are you okay? You seem a bit off. I got a ton of stuff on my mind today. I have so much going on. These classes that we're trying to launch, oh boy, the logistics of it. We're into it big time. But I want to show you something that's new today. And this is also happening while all this stock stuff is happening and the class thing is happening. We're launching a website and doing logo work and on it goes. I thought I would show you a couple of things. First of all, this I showed off yesterday. It's one of my new logos that we have had created. We have several versions of this. This is one of them here, and we also are using a new avatar here. You're going to see this little guy holding up different signs on the website that we have. We've done this here, and we got me with my thumbs ups. Here's the same logo in a different kind of a color scheme. But here's something new on RedBubble, available right now. New items. This logo, I'm showing off this coffee cup. That's actually two separate cups, and you see that avatar on each side of the cup. That's why you see two of them there. So when you if you do buy one of these cups, that avatar is on each side of the cup. And then here is this other logo, the original logo I was just showing you. That's what it looks like on one of these travel mugs now. And you can get this logo on the travel mug as well as this logo. And I think this logo is available on mugs as well. We're building this out as quick as we can right now for the channel. Along with launching our website. We just had a test of the website in the last hour, and we are frantically putting copy in there and photos on there and logos in there just to get it up, because it will be the vehicle that we will be using for the classes. And so people ask me all the time, hey, when are you going to do your classes? And I keep saying soon, because it's not in my hands. And things are quiet for a few days, and then all hell breaks loose, and it's just 15 things happening at the same time, and I'm in the middle of shows, and here I am, and I got a lot going on. So it's exciting. I'll give it to you that way. We have new T-shirts coming out with these logos now. We have cell phone covers. We have computer skins. We have backpacks. We have, anything you can imagine on my RedBubble store. These logos are going to be popping up now, so you can probably see them if you take a peek. Lots of exciting stuff happening. Jennifer, could you turn the fan on for me? I'm getting hot. It is warm.
Hot stuff.
I am hot stuff. I'm dying here. If you wouldn't mind. Anyway, so yeah, if you're asking me, Bruce, you seem a little off. Yeah, Bruce is a little... Oh, he's just a little busy right now. Bruce has a lot on his mind.
Ice cream can't fix.
Nothing ice cream can't fix, I suppose. Yeah, I guess that's true.
I heard that.
But not on the air. Yeah,
No.
yeah, not on the air. No. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so thank you all for being here and hanging out with me and tolerating. That's beautiful. That felt really nice. Thank you for all you being around. Bruce, I had a few weeks ago. Bruce, a few weeks ago, SoFi had 25% short interest on Market Watch. Today it says 6%. How did it change so much? The number of shares shorted hasn't changed. The number of shares outstanding has changed because of the merger. The 25% short interest figure you're talking about was when it was IPOE. But now that it's SoFi and the two companies have come together, there are more shares out in total, and so it's you see what I'm saying? There are fewer shares shorted in percentage terms, but just as many as before. Hope that makes sense to you. If down on a call, do you think it's more beneficial to dollar cost average or add a lower strike call? That's a good point. I'm going to say to you like this. Let's say you bought a call at $4 and now it's trading at $2. If you try to buy the call that's one level lower on an exercise price, more in the money, It might be $4. You can do that, but if you pick up some $2 contract, let's say you buy the $2 contracts, you spend $400 the first time you bought one contract. Now you're spending $200 to pay $400 to get two more. Now you have three contracts. You are not at a $3 average. You're more at a $2.60, $2.70 average. You're really lowering your cost nicely. If the shares go back a bit more and the calls back off a bit more, and they're $1.50, you buy some at $1.50. Maybe they're $1.33. Now you get three of them. That's another $400, and now you've got 3 plus 2 plus 1, you have 6, for a total cost of $1,200. Your total average is $2, I guess, per contract. That might be the way to go. Increasing leverage as it comes down, because you have time. If they are theoretically, you're doing what I'm telling you to do, to buy January calls way out there. You've got these 5-6 months of time for the stock to make a move for you. As you acquire these contracts, you're lifting your leverage dramatically, lowering your cost. And as the shares begin to move up, hopefully, just even where they go back to where they were before, the calls might only reach 375 because a little bit of time might have gone by, perhaps not. But because you got a $2 average and you've got 6 contracts, you have 600 shares of leverage at 375. You're up $1.75 times 6, not times 1, or down 25 cents on one contract. There you go. You can make some serious good money on a rebound by averaging in on these calls. So yeah, I'd stay with the same calls. I'd recommend that for now. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see what else is going on. I think it's more than that, Uncle Bruce. Bruce, did GameStop sell those shares to anyone in particular, or just into the general market? I don't have the names, so can't tell you that. What I can tell you, what I've read, was that there were a few articles out there written about the sale of these shares that seem to indicate that a bunch of those shares ended up in institutional hands. So that Jefferies was making calls to pension funds, mutual funds, and ETFs who were picking up blocks of this stuff, maybe $500,000 here, 100,000 here, 300,000 here, that kind of thing. That I have heard. Can't confirm it. I can't tell you who it is. And I will probably guess that no one buyer bought enough stock that they have to file and they have to reveal. But I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 30 days, between now and 30 days from now, there will be 13F filings or something like that through the SEC, where certain institutions will make filings about their holdings of GameStop, and we can then maybe reverse engineer and piece it together. Or some of you might do that if you're so inclined, but it doesn't matter to me. That's the bottom line to me. It was a done deal relatively quickly for $1.12 billion, giving the company $1.9 billion now. So there you go. They're in good shape. Karen M, SoFi lockup period expiring soon, I heard. Could that be the reason for the stock going down? I can continue to go down even more. Karen, you can guess all you want, like I can. We can surmise it. We can speculate on it. I'm led to believe that some shares have been released or free trading. And I believe that every once in a while, I don't know how many weeks or months or so on, more will come out. And that's completely normal. No sinister plan here. Complete normalcy. It doesn't affect the value of the corporation as a whole, as far as its operational value, its structural value, its earnings per share, its revenues, and like that. But what it can do is it could theoretically increase the float of the stock in the open market. And that's the gist of your question. You're wondering if a whole bunch of paper is coming out, and these are loose hands. These are people who can't wait to sell because they've been locked up for years and years and years, and they want to get some money on their hands, pay off bills or whatnot. Wouldn't they want to sell stock into this market and cash in? And the theoretical answer is yes. Theoretically, sure. But practically, there's a problem here. Houston, we have a problem. And the problem we have, Houston, is if employees of the company are now being, it's being indicated to them that the shares they have of this corporation, of SoFi, are now free trading shares, and they do go ahead and sell some of these shares that they may have paid, I don't know, they paid $1 for them 10 years ago. They paid $3 2 years ago. They paid $5 last year. I don't know what they paid for them. But if the shares are free trading now and they go out and sell them, they will sell them at a gain. And because they're employees, it might be deemed by the IRS to be an income gain, not a capital gain. And so they're going to be taxed at regular IRS rates. Now that makes one go, oh, wait a minute. If I'm selling at $19 a share and I got to pay 30% to the feds, I'm coughing up almost $6 in tax. I'm only getting $13 for my stock net. If I paid $8 for it, I'm still making $5. But boy, this isn't I'm not making a lot of money here. I'm better off holding this stock and borrowing against it. And I would imagine that being the fact that they're working for a bank, it could well be that their own banker, that the bank, cannot lend them money on their own stock because it's a conflict of interest, perhaps, or there's rules. I don't know. However, if they were to open up a brokerage account at Fidelity or somewhere else, it is possible that they might be able to borrow money against the stock without selling their stock. So you deliver 10,000 shares to a brokerage firm. There's 190 grand worth of stock, and you borrow 20 grand against it on a margin call. You just borrow 20 grand on margin to pay off your credit cards or your car loan or the last year's student loan or whatever you're needing the money for, if that's what you need. There's no tax implication there. There is no tax implication because you're holding your paper in a brokerage firm and you're borrowing against the paper. You're not selling it. This is what the very wealthy do in America. By the way, you've been hearing about this probably all last month or so, how the wealthy have be paying very little income tax because they don't ever sell their stock. They borrow against their stock, and the interest that they pay is a write-off as an investment loan. And the same thing for these employees. Now, if I were, Bruce, the employee at SoFi, and I earned 10,000 shares over the last 5 years, 2,000 shares a year, and I needed, 10, 20, 30,000 bucks for whatever I needed for, this would be a very strong motivating factor for me. I would actually, with my market awareness, I would be writing call options against these shares to bring in the money that I need for whatever I need the money for, so that I don't ever sell my stock either. I would be writing maybe, $30 calls, $40 calls, way out, bringing in $2-3 a share if I can on however number I'm going to issue. Perhaps I bring in, $2,000 or $3,000 every month in option premium by selling shorter term calls, never getting exercise because I don't want to ever get exercised. I play that game. And I cash flow my way out of debt. Or, as I say, you open up an account. It's a margin account. You borrow the 20 grand against it, 30 grand against a $190,000 position. You write call options, and you bring in $5,000 a month for 6 months to pay off the $30,000 margin loan you have with your broker. So at the end of 6 months, you've generated enough revenue from option premium to pay off the loan. You don't owe any money on your stock. You never sold it. You have no tax implications, and hopefully, cross your fingers, company is much more valuable. You don't ever want to sell the stock anyway because you're feeling like most other maybe executives of SoFi, we're going to be a couple $100 a share down the road. I'm not going to sell my stock here, but I'll utilize it as an instrument to give me some cash. Now, Karen, I can tell you all this and hopefully make you feel better, but I cannot guarantee you that every single individual who's allowed to sell their shares on SoFi, and any institution out there that can make moves on SoFi, will not sell their stock or are not selling their stock right now, or there are people selling the stock right now because they think that the insiders and employees of SoFi are going to sell their stock. I can't reassure you that that isn't happening. But what I can tell you is that the stock's at $18.92, which is unacceptably low to me, knowing that this thing is a $27 to $30 company right now. And I'm pretty darn sure that to all employees of SoFi, they're not happy that their stock in their company that they work at and they slave away at and have been for years are at $18.92 today. They can't be happy either. But whatever's happening, Karen, someone is selling the stock relentlessly all day today. All day long, there has been stock for sale on SoFi, and it has been going down in like stages and steps. And we're now at $18.87, down $2 on the day, towards the low of the day of $18.85. So there you have it. That, I can tell you, is definitely going on. I don't like it. I don't agree with it, but I can't stop it. stupid is as stupid does. People are selling this stock at prices that are ridiculous, knowing, at least what I know, the company value is over $27 a share. But that's, that's my look. That's my vantage point, not the person who's selling's vantage point. Whatever their reasoning is their reasoning. And that's where we're at. Anyway, there you have it, guys. Thank you. High blood pressure. The veins on the side of your head are sticking out. I don't know. I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I can. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, here we are. If the past has taught us anything, GameStop and AMC can swing either way at any notice. Yeah, exactly. The shares can make a run any direction at any time for any reason. The Dow is up 268. That's near the high of the day. S&P is up 16. NASDAQ up 5. I think the Dow has had a very good week this week. I think that the Dow Jones has had a very good performance week this week. Let me take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Index. There we go. And there we have it. And we go here for a week. Yeah. I mean, this is the Dow Jones. Look, it was down here on Monday. Look at this all week. Oh, it's doing great. It was as low as what would this be? It was down in around the 33,500 range. It's now 34,400. It's almost up 1,000 points this week. Been a great week for the Dow. The all-time high, 35,091. It's at 34,460. So, 500, 600 points more, and it's at an all-time record high again. So it's approaching that kind of level. Nice. Very nice for the Dow 30. Not as good a week for SoFi, though, huh? Yeah, the SoFi and the Dow don't seem to be tied together, not at the hip anyway. And GameStop has had its own unique week from the 200s, 190s to the 20s, 30s. Here we are at 200. ATIP to 914, down 7 cents. AMC 53.98, just under $54, down 271. Gores Holdings 14.91, down a dime. It has an up and down week, but Gores gave us what we wanted this week. Gores gave us exactly what we wanted. The shareholder date. We got the date July the 20th, and you're getting in your emails the proxy statements for the vote to get Matterport to merge and take over. So that's what we wanted. We got it, and now we're just going to wait this thing out for the next approximately 25 days to do it, and that's great. It's set in stone. It's going to happen now. We now know the end date. So by the end of July, Gores Holdings, we can say goodbye to that company and say hi to Matterport. Another one's going to switch over. 23andMe 11.90, up 2 cents. Fifth Wall 12.30, up 26 cents. This is really strong considering they are a couple of months away. As a matter of fact, I misspoke earlier. I was saying that Gores Holdings came out with an announcement regarding how Matterport was doing. I was incorrect. That came out a little while ago, but what came out today was for Fifth Wall acquisition. It was SmartRent. They came out today with their reporting of financials. They reported double-digit first quarter revenue increases. That's the story. That is what's happening there. And that has helped the stock. Here's a 1 week performance on your FWAA. Very good as well. That is reflecting the Dow, isn't it? And today it is now at 12.30, up 26 cents. The high was 12.34, which is its all-time high. This SPAC has never been higher than 12.34. It's right there now. So every one of you who are in this SPAC, FWAA, you own the shares, you're all at record highs right now. Congratulations. And the company that's taking it over just reported double-digit growth in its latest quarter. So yeah, this is pretty good stuff. SmartRent. Now, Vector Acquisition, 10.51, up 22 cents. Navside up 2 cents. Starboard unchanged at 10.05. So there we are. Okay. Your cartoon guy doesn't look 4'5" tall. Well, there are stilts, right? Like you can't, there's way, there are enhancers. There are heel boosters, those high heels you can, there's ways. You should put a bagel on the bottom of the mugs. And Bruce, show us the best format you want to see us describe a call. Example, how do you want us to do it? Example, June 25, 2:30 call at $1.30. Okay. Well, if you're going to do that, you have to give me like June 25/20 because that's 2020 versus 2021. 230 call, and then $ $1.30 would work. But yeah, that could work. Uncle Bruce, was that fleshlight coming soon? I don't know what this means. I like how the coffee tumbler is green, like making money. That's right. Yeah, we like the green logo colors. Oh, those mugs look clean. Whoever's doing the graphics is pretty good. Yeah, we're pretty happy with this. And can we get a Bobby Knight style rant, Bruce? Could you throw a chair across the room or something like that? I'm cracking a beer open right now. I could really use that. Go green. I'm a buying them all, baby. Bill, hey, that's my picture on the coffee mug. Old ball guy. That's me to a T, man. I'd like to request an anime style Uncle Bruce getting power from bagels and punching something. Oh yeah, okay. Thanks. Look at this. Oh yeah, look at that cartoon. 6 foot, 4 foot Uncle Bruce. Where's the 4'8" Uncle Bruce we'd go up with? It's getting on here. You don't hide your human side, Uncle Bruce. That's what we like about you. You don't hide it. Oh, do they offer that on RedBubble? Oh, do they offer? Yes, these are on RedBubble. You can get these logos. Yes, you can start buying these on RedBubble if you like. Baking. Bruce, has anyone mentioned how absolutely sexy you look today? What a snack. Oh, no. It must be the heat wave of BC getting to you. That's got to be it. We watch you eat bagels. I can't do ice cream too. Please no. Blair, Bruce, any pain in the chest, arms, back? No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm just fine. Ice cream solves everything. I've cream bagels. Ooh, good. Bruce, take a vacation or a mini vacation. Pick one day. Do one show. We'll cover for you. Don't worry about it. I'm McLovin. Okay, been away all day. Did the mother of all short squeezes happen yet, or are the stocks going down first and then going for that? I think they're going down first and then they're going to do that. How about that? Bill Cohen, you just volunteered to host. Yes, I am. Yeah, I am. Yes, it was great. I'm not gonna lie. I just went YOLO on SoFi. Guys, chill out with the WebMD stuff. Britt, I get stage fright. Hi, peeps. I'm going to have to change the O in the whatever to Y if it fits. It doesn't happen soon. Options average, huh? Options averages, huh? Hi, Uncle Bruce. Do you think today is a good day to buy more SoFi, or should we wait to see what happens next week? I've seen everything in my lifetime happen. I've seen the low of all time happen on a Friday afternoon. I've seen what I thought were very low prices on a Friday, only to be outdone on a Monday. I've seen stocks hit a low on a Friday and stay there for a whole week, and then do whatever they're going to do. I don't know. We're at 880 now. 1880. We're at 1880 now, and this is the low of the day. So there you are. The seller is still hitting bids. There is no need for people who want out to be selling in a panic. Not that they're selling in a panic, but they're aggressively selling their stock. They're just systematically offering this stock at a lower price. It is right now 9.99% lower than yesterday's close. The next penny down will bring it into the 10 percentile range. And I think we just hit it. And I think the stock is now officially through the short sale restriction number. So from here on out, the stock cannot be dropped against bids unless you legitimately are selling stock you've got. If you're a shorter, you cannot hit bids. Now, the question is, are the shares being sold by a shorter who is driving down this market relentlessly to make it look just awful? Or are there 10 or 20 or 30 sellers systematically trying to get out of the stock? I don't think that's the case, because if there were 20 or 30 different sellers trying to get out of the stock, it would be falling like a knife through hot butter. It would be just falling. But it's not. It is inching down 1 penny at a time, and it inches back 1 penny at a time. That's telling me there's a shorter out there who is systematically hitting bids to try to sell as much as they can, as high a price as they can, but they want to hit this market hard, hard. And I'm guessing that they're thinking that July 1st is payday for these guys. I bet you that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to figure out that at the end of this month, a whole bunch of stock is free trading, and this is going to $12 a share, and that's where these guys are going to buy it from. I bet you that's what their wheels are doing in there. They got vessels like this too. They got these going right now, going, ah. I'm just guessing. It's 1882, 1883 right now, so it's popped back up a little bit. So now that the stock has hit 1878, that's a 10% drop. That means the stock's on a short restriction list. The short seller cannot offer it at a lower price on short sales. He can only offer it at 1 penny higher from there. And at the moment, it is now bounced back to 1884 from 1878. Is this the beginning of a big bull run? Wouldn't count on it, but it is 1886 now. So it has bounced up 8 cents from the low of about a minute and a half ago. That's what I can tell you. There it is, 1886, right now. Volume 20 plus million today, 27.4 million shares on the stock. And again, I am not sure. I cannot tell you for sure if this is a shorter, but I've got a vibe that this is a shorter. It is a single seller. It's not 25. It's not like 5,000 employees trying to get out. It's not like 500 employees trying to sell out. It's not like 36 sellers trying to sell their stock. This is a single seller that has been hitting this market all day. And it has been a programmed, methodical, relentless offering of stock lower and lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. And it's just been this long, grinding day. And we're now at 1894. And so was 78 the trade that triggered the end of the shorters party? And now they have to realign what they're going to do. I don't know, but it is 1890 to 1892. I'm not happy with this price, but it's better than 1878, but I'm not happy with this price. Okay, Bill, hey, you'd only be in front of a PC. I don't think Bruce could cope with a stadium full of people either. He'd freeze up. Can I take tea at 3, says Dougie? I love the strategy I learned from you. I'm just raking in the premiums over and over on covered call contracts that I'm writing. Cannot thank you enough. You've changed my whole world for the better. And I'm happy, Jen. I am so happy you're doing this because I know you had a tough time on that first contract a few weeks ago, and now you're just doing what you're supposed to do. This is what I want you to, keep on going. And that's what these classes are all about. You're seeing it firsthand right in your account. And take these premiums. I mean, there are option players who are spending and offering ridiculous amounts of money because they want to gamble, and you have to let them. And you're doing it, Jen, and I'm really pleased and I'm proud of you. And you deserve it. And I just want you to compound it and compound it and compound it. That is beautiful. British Dougie, it's more serious drinky time here. I'm on the rum. Jen, your avatar needs glasses though. Yes. British, all up on the beers here in the States. Enjoy. Let's see. Let's keep going. I've got to keep up with you guys. I can't keep up with you guys. People are talking about beer and stuff. So let me keep rolling. Keep rolling. What's your best guess on why large institutions like BlackRock and Vanguard, Fidelity aren't reducing their long GameStop positions? It's possible, Free Stonker. It is possible. By the way, the stock is at 1887 on SoFi. It's coming back down. That the holdings of BlackRock, Vanguard, Fidelity, those aren't their positions. Those are positions of mutual fund players. And that's why they aren't going down. It's possible that the funds, the mutual funds are, it's those divisions that are holding the stock reporting under BlackRock, but I don't know. Excuse me. Nick Moore, thank you for being here. 1 second, I just want to check something out. Thank you for 264 thumbs ups, by the way. We've already got 264 in. I appreciate that, okay? Thank you, everybody. We're looking at 1886 on the shares of SoFi right now. The low of the day, 1878, and we're now at 1887. So there we have it. Now, Nick, hey, Uncle Bruce, I really enjoyed our 1-to-1 last weekend, the chat we had. New logos are looking good. I finally got a further $2,500 deposited into my broker platform at Interactive Brokers. I'm wondering what you think might be the best value. Following today's movements, I'm thinking either to buy SoFi $20 calls for January 2022 at 465, or how about at ATIP February 22nd $10 calls at 235, which are particularly cheap right now. Yes, the stock's at 910, so they're 90 cents out of the money at 235. I'm leaning towards the SoFi, and I'll tell you why. I believe the SoFi has overreacted here in the last 3 days with a coordinated sell program that will eventually peter out. Excuse me. The stock is off $4 to $5 a share without any corporate reason for it. And at 1881, I think this is a joke. So I would be looking at SoFi 20s, but I would also take a look at SoFi 17 and a halves. If you can buy SoFi 1750 calls at a good price, I would really take a look at those. They're still in the money, but only $1.30. And maybe you can scoop those up at a decent price. Let me just take a peek. They might be expensive. Let me see. 1750, yeah, 535 to 550. You're talking about picking up 465 calls. Forget about those. Go after the 1750s instead, and pay $5.50 if you have to, and buy those. They're in the money, $1 something. If you can even afford 15s, I'd go after those. I would grab them at $6.45, pay another $1, get 3 of them. Maybe you can get 3 of them, maybe 4 of them with $2,500. $6.45 for a contract that is in the money, $3.80. You're paying, $260 something for the premium, which is a better bet. So that's what I would recommend. The $15 January 22nd, 2022 calls for SoFi at $15. Get those for $6.45 or so, with the stock at 1880. That's where I would be going. Okay. All right, let's go on. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, 26.4 million volume, crazy volume on SoFi. I want to see heavy volume. I want to see a lot of talk on SoFi. I want, the negatives and the positives being debated like crazy. I want this stock to be the talk of the town, the talk of the internet. I want this to become a meme stock is what I want. And we'll have to see how this goes. All right. Let's see. 25 plus million volume on SoFi. I think it's good that it's not substantially lower, such a high trading. A lot of buyers around here. It has been an organized, slow sell-off. That is for sure. This SoFi dip only hurts those who had or have contracts expiring today or next week. For the rest of us, there's a colossal buy me tag on the shares. Exactly. Thumbs up for Uncle Bruce. Thank you, everybody. I don't know what the reasoning is. I've been trying to figure this out all day. They did hit SSR. They hit SSR at 1878. All right. I got 23 cents left in my Fidelity account. Went all in with SoFi. There you go. Bruce, my $23 SoFi calls died today. Now worth a penny. What now? Sell back or let them go, dies? Let them die. James, hey, Bruce, this may be later down the line when classes get more advanced, but I think it's super useful to learn how options activity plays in an effect on the candle chart. EX, how does it look to... And how does it look to buy back, sold, puts, etc.? Lots to get into. I wish I hadn't sold my AMD 200s at 9.91 position back in March. Now it would be worth around 10 grand. Let's see. I have not even bought FWAA yet. Ugh. Let's see. B Fits. Hey, Bruce, I'm wishing you a great weekend. Nice to spend time with you and the Bagel Gang as always. Peace for now. Thank you. Let's see. Do we know for the FWAA when they're going to complete it? No, we still think it's. I think it's still 50 to 60 days away. My guess. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. J. Ray, John, man, you can roll the date out. Should check that. Maybe worth it instead of taking a loss. SoFi took a dump on 24 million volume. He's 4'8", not 4'5". That's why he looks so wrong. SoFi is down over 20% this week. Any idea why? Yeah, well, we've been talking about this all week long. We have many ideas why. Here we go. Hang on. But I can't get into that right now. Yeah, so too bad this thing hasn't got options on it. Yeah, well, maybe next week, and we'll see. But we know it's not yet. SoFi lift on owners to sell shares was lifted. 60 SoFi at 1887. Yay! Sorry for those who had wanted to go up though. 1879 right now should fluctuate for a while. Plus, people really are at Klamath or Chamath or whatever. Let's see. Yeah, could this be the market makers trying to keep the calls they wrote below the strike price for today so they expire worthless? Generally, no. I mean, the premiums they got, they can let this thing ride higher and still be ahead of the game, but I doubt it. Got buy orders at 17.16 for SoFi. Let's go. I'm going to call that one a finish your drink, Uncle Bruce said. Let's see. No worries. I refuse to average up on SoFi, so I'll buy more if it dips below $15. Bring that stock to me. Bring it down here. Let's see what else we have. Cheers, everybody, from Dr. Walter. Bruce needs a cruise spa week off. And hey, what if Bruce took a rest and we talked for a while with Jen's hands? We just talked to her. We just got here. I have tin cup 10-year. I have a tin cup 10-year in my glass. Am I doing it right? I have tin cup 10-year in my glass. No idea. Laugh out loud. That's Beetlejuice from Howard Stern. This is why you buy calls months out, folks. Those with January 22 aren't phased, I'm sure. 1876 now, low of the day. 1872, low of the day. Coming into the last 13 minutes, we're getting a last-minute sell-off on SoFi. SoFi is being aggressively sold right now. It's down to 1872 right at this moment. Volume of 28.7 million. If you want to try to scoop some cheap stock, maybe put an order in at 1811, 1816, maybe some at 1778. Maybe put in some orders at 1753. I don't know how long it's going to go. I have no idea if there's a real sell-off coming here. 1872, we've got 12 minutes to go as the stock is at its low of the day and it's getting hit. Is this going to be aggressive or is this just a little blip? I don't know. But some of you are trying to get some of the dips. You might get lucky. Anyone can buy this dip. Let's see. I'm glad my calls for 2023. I'm glad for that. Let's see. SoFi, we're getting stock from 3 different venture funds. 2 are transferring stock, which you don't plan to sell. 1 is selling their holdings over the next 6 months and delivering cash. I bought 204 call options for next year. I want to punch those shorters right in the plums. Let's see. Can Jen draw off Bruce's face on her hand and then we would get the best of both worlds? The trick is who's going to eat the bagel? Okay. This is why we go long on the options. 1871, 1870 on SoFi right now. 1870 last trade. Right at the moment, we're into it. 11 minutes to go for the day, and then we're done for the day, for the week, and everything. We also have Russell 1000 positions being done. Are they being done today? They might be being done today, and that might be helping or hurting some of the stocks, or that might be hurting GameStop today. I don't know for sure. 910 on ATIP down 12 cents. AMC 53.68 down 303. Gore is down 16 cents. 23andMe down a penny right now. On the green side of my SPACs, I have Fifth Wall Acquisition up 26 cents. Vector is up 20 cents to 10.49. Navsite up 2 cents to 9.98, and Starboard up a penny to 10.06. Other than that, it's red. 1875 last trade on SoFi. Now 1873, the low 1870. So what I've got, 28 to 30 million volume today. Feels like someone getting a block through the open market for some reason. Trading is very unusual today. Do you think, Bruce, that the blip you saw yesterday on SoFi around 1 has anything to do with the low price today? I don't know. Start a new brokerage account with SoFi today, says Eric. Dana, Glitch, gotcha. I have quite a bit in the 15s. I was being stubborn. I didn't want to buy anymore for a while, but now I'm happy to buy it here. Just a change of heart. Why couldn't boomers do more for millennials? Student loan has to be paid. Houses are so expensive, so to rent, etc. New logos look great. It's illustrated logos. Come on, SoFi. 1871 right now. 9 minutes to go. Bought an extra 200 at 1880, bringing my total to 1200. Why would you offer your stock at a lower price? Why not just sell it to the market? I'm talking about buying. Although you're not asking me this question, I hope, Gregory. Pat, they don't understand simply why would their upbringings be different to those of today? I don't know what this means. The old option chains were for 20 and 22 and a half. Current chains have 50-cent intervals. GameStop 198.74. Wow, it's now 203 coming in. Let's see, 203 on GameStop. 1870 right now on SoFi. Would you buy more SoFi stock if you're under 100 shares on a day like today, or more call contracts? I can see positive case for either. If you're buying long call contracts, I'd buy those. Jen is right. Uncle Bruce, in order to survive on the ruthless, savage internet, you have to learn to resist reading negative comments and keep your eyes on those that love you, of which there are many. Thank you, everybody. We love you, Uncle Bruce. Thank you. Sorry I'm late. Pat, Michael Downs, because we're basically told we could do it, so why can't y'all? People are talking to each other. What is going on here? Someone's trying to buy 25,000 shares of SoFi at 1875. When the price drives down to that price, obviously that large order disappear without a transaction. What's up with that? I do not know. 1866, we saw a trade at 1866 on SoFi. 1865 low trade. We're at 66 right now. Coming in again with more stock for sale. 29.5 million now. 1866 on SoFi. If you're trying to get some, like I said, you might get some around 1850, 51, 53, 56, something like that. You might get lucky. If it really takes a dump, you might get some at 1802, 1806, 1811. These odd numbers is where you put buy orders in. If you're trying to scoop some cheap stock, I don't know if it'll go there, but it's at 1866 now. Okay. Here we go. My SoFi order to buy 200 at 1880 didn't go through. It finally filled at 1889. That's odd. I'm McLovin. Everybody here missed the mother of all trades today. Bit busy on SoFi. Hey, Bruce, over 1 million volume on VACQ. Probably somebody knows that proxy vote is imminent. I'm thinking too. 1050 up 21 cents. 1866 on SoFi and 1870 range right now. It's going to fly any minute now. We are about to close in 7 minutes. Yeah. If I want to write a call option on SoFi, should I wait till the stock goes back up or do it now? I'd wait. You don't want to write call options on SoFi at all. The calls for July 9 are cheap. And what else? 1866 right now on SoFi. Just picked up 200 SoFi, 1881. Well done. Let's go. On SoFi, if I go short the January 21st, 2022 20 put at 570, my risk is getting forced to buy SoFi at 20. But I've already received the 570 credit, so it's going to cost me $14.30 a share, even if SoFi is $19.99. That's true. They are paying you a premium for the option for the right to sell it to you at 20. That's right. That's correct. Yeah. Of course, the stock right now is $19.99, right? But you're obligated to pay 20 for it. But you're getting a premium, correct? So if they do go to 14 and you buy them, you have to pay 20 for them, right? But you are getting this compensation, so you're really only paying for $14.30. I agree. That is correct. Yep, 1876, 1874 on SoFi right now. Let's see. Index rebalancing is going on. That's correct. There's index rebalancing driving volume all over the place. We're at 207 on GameStop now, taking a shot straight up. It's just taking a straight shot on GameStop right now. 207 with 4.5 minutes to go. The stock just went from 198.50 to 207.88 in like no time. Volume on GameStop 5.2 million now. It's still down on the day. 271 GameStop is. SoFi 1876, 1878. ATIP 910. AMC 53.94. So there's some movement going on here on some of these other stocks. Okay. Dow is still up 272 points. All right, we'll keep an eye on things here. GameStop 209.82 down 249 a share. 210.75 on GameStop right now, down $1.56. GameStop is definitely getting a run here, moving up quite nicely right now. 210.05 on GameStop. It is going straight up right now, and I'm happy to see it. I can't tell you why, other than we think it's just a repositioning of the Russell 1000 index, but I don't know. 210.38 down $1.93 on your GameStop out there, folks. Very interesting movements here. And let's see. Thank you, everybody. Oh, gosh darn it. Someone joined the channel. I missed it. Thank you. I'm sorry. Can't keep up. Uncle Bruce will be a safe place to target if I want to write a call expire SoFi with low risk of getting exercised. If I want to write write a call. Malo, you don't want to write a call right now on SoFi. You just don't. It's down 203 to 1884. It's no. You don't do that. 210.61 on GameStop, down $1.60 right at the moment. Let's see. Thank you all. I got to come right up to the current comments here. I cannot keep up with you guys. Thank you, Texas, for the $69 donation. Keep doing what you've been doing, Bruce. Some people can't understand a different perspective from their own. Hence, leave your emotions out of the stock market. Drink up. Thank you, Texas, very much. Cheers to all of you who are here today for a Friday afternoon. Uncle Bruce here with Stock Markets with Bruce. Cheers to everybody. Someone joined the drink. If Bruce played Green Day on the Magic Spaceship Stereo, would we have a Green Day today? 31 million on SoFi now. Wow. 1892 on SoFi. 210.78 GameStop. It's almost breaking even in 2 minutes, in 5 minutes. Wow, it's crazy. Cheers, everybody. SSR for SoFi, yes. I have ATIP September, November options. Should I be worried? Nope, nothing to worry about here. 909 on ATIP, 209.65 on GameStop, 209.81 now. We've hit the short selling level. 1891 on SoFi. Dan K, new member. Thank you, Dan, for becoming a new member of this channel. Really glad you're here. Thank you for joining us and coming around. Also, let me see. Michelle's Bells, Brent, Assay joined today. We've got Krishna joining. Abe joined. Sabu joined today. Carl Sebastian joined today. Mark Turkenberg rejoined. Jay McAleer joined today or rejoined. Geron joined. Thank you, everybody who joined or rejoined today this channel. I've been trying to keep up, but sometimes I miss you, and it is quite busy here. Lots going on here. 1886 down 201 with 2 minutes to go on SoFi. GameStop 210.16 right now, jumping around this 210 mark. At the moment, we're getting ready to close the day out here. Thank you, Dan K, for becoming a new member of this channel. Love it. Welcome, Dan. Let's see. New members. We have to have a drink for the new members. That's right. New member means you have to have a drink if you drink. Right on. 1885 on SoFi. Low the day for SoFi was 1865. GameStop 210.22. Low of the day 198.50, and that was 30 minutes ago. We have really come on with GameStop. Down only 211 on the day now. Let's see what we can do. 23 in green. We're coming to the end of the day. We're coming in. The rebalancing has begun, and we are flying through here. 210 on GameStop at the moment as we are getting ready for the close now. Gaining into the close, they say the market's gaining. 14 seconds left to go. That's what we have. Grabbed 15 gores at 1467. Nicely done. 1884 on SoFi. Gores at 1465, down 36 cents. And ME 1185 down 3. We are shutting her down. It's all over. We're done for the week. The rebalancing is done, and we're done. As we are watching the last of the trades come through. GameStop, I'm showing 209.56. SOFI 1850, drop at the very end. An absolute hammer came through on SOFI at the very end to just crush that market down to 1850, down 237 on the day. Did you have any buy orders 1851? Any 52, 53, 1856? Anybody? You got it. You would have been filled if you did it. It went to 1850 on the bell with a massive shot on the way down. 32.5 million volume today on SOFI. Very interesting. 209.25 on the GameStop shares. Aftermarket 210 right now. Showing a gain of 45 cents already on the aftermarket. SOFI aftermarket is 1854 up 6 cents. 1856 now, up 6 cents on the aftermarket from the 1850 crash close. They just crashed it out at the close. And awesome, my 1850 limit order filled at the last second. There you go. Monday is the last day for SOFI insider sell window. Can we expect price to be lower? I do not know. What do we have? Did any of you doubt the GameStop? I got a few at 199. Thank you for the dip. And GameStop is at 210.10 right now. Let's see. Bruce, if SOFI gets aftermarket buys, do the option expires follow the aftermarket price on the close? No, they don't. They're done. Sorry, Bruce. All I did today was buy one GameStop at 206. First time I bought below closing. Laughing out loud. We thought 1950 was a good price this morning. Uncle Bruce, what has two thumbs and had buy orders at 1861? This guy, 1861. You got it. It's now 1859 on the aftermarket. It's going up. Well done. Picking off some cheap stock. Way to go. 300 more shares, baby. Pick up these cheap stocks as they come in. 1859 on SOFI, up 9 cents on the aftermarket. 209.49 on the aftermarket on GameStop right now is what I'm showing at the moment. Wow. What can I say? Unbelievable action at the end of the day. Wild stuff. 1860 now on SOFI. 1860 on SOFI. Now 1858 on the aftermarket. 208.98 on GameStop in the aftermarket. Man, we got changed this to SOFI with Uncle Bruce. I nailed the low on Gores 2 days in a row. I'm feeling it. Let's do a new stonk next week. David, 1,080,000 at 1850 to smash the SOFI market. Good gravy. The 1 million shares at the bell. They crushed that market right at the end to drop it. 32.58 million volume. There was a seller there. The SOFI at 35 million volume. Wow. And GameStop can be Jordan and SOFI can be Pippin. GameStop be like, I put my hand upon your hip when I dip, you dip, we dip, laughing out loud. I have a single minute tick at 3.683 volume at 401 in the aftermarket. Anyone else seeing that? I don't know. 208.75 on GameStop and 18 SOFI now 1850 on the close, 1860 on the aftermarket on SOFI right now. That's what we've got going on. The Dow ended up with a gain of 239. S&P at $14, 14 points for the S&P. NASDAQ down 9 points. Excuse me. Derek Chauvin sentenced to 22 and a half years in prison for the murder of George Floyd. That's just going through as well. There you have it. 1863 now on SOFI, up 13 cents in the aftermarket. 208.68 down 87 cents on GameStop. Cheers to all of you from Traveling with Bruce and Stock Markets with Bruce on a Friday with Bruce. Bruce is tired. Thank you all for being here. Nice to have you here today. Oh, yeah. My gosh. We are shutting her down for the weekend. Oh my gosh, I've got some sessions this weekend again, and we're working on the website right now to get everything running. I'm showing 3 million trades at the close for GameStop. Wow, I'm actually making MJ and Pippin canvas for a client right now. The GameStop volume for the day came in at 5.9 million shares when it was all said and done. SOFI volume at 32.5. We're at 1863 right now on the SOFI shares in the aftermarket. 1864 now on 60,000. So there's some more trading going through. GameStop volume in the aftermarket is 1.6 million right now. So 1.6 million volume on GameStop in the after hours. And it's 207.77 right at this minute. All right. Days like these will happen. Put your emotions away is all I can suggest. Been a week. What a week. Is there trivia later? Yes, 7 o'clock tonight, Eastern time. Trivia on this channel for members. Trivia on Traveling with Bruce for members. Be there or be square. The trivia questions are ready to roll. Yeah. How soon till classes? Soon. I just don't know how soon. We've got serious logistics being done by serious people right now, and I'm not in a position to explain it because I don't understand it, and I'm just the talent waiting to be told when I can start, and I haven't been told that I can start yet. So they're on it. 1869 on SoFi. It's up 19 cents in the aftermarket. That end for GameStop made me sweat a little. I had a $210 covered call contract that expired today. Yay for 209.55. There you go. I see them too, Mark. A consistent number, 3.7 million sells. I have all sorts of aftermarket volume alerts. The re-indexing happens after hours. 1.7 million shares traded on GameStop now. SoFi is trading now at 1862 on 77,000. AMC is trading 586,000 at 53.95, down 6 cents from the close. Not much going on with AMC there. There you have it. That's what it's all about, kids. You do the hokey pokey and you shake it all around. I feel old today, says Mike. Let's see. I feel drunk today, says British Shilling. So that's why I'm square lately, says British Shilling. Let's see. I love trivia. We're going to do that later. And I have whiplash from today. Let's see. Fenneville, Jane Doe, congrats. I was rooting for it to go over 215. So my cash covered put not hitting. Oh, well, I got 100 more shares at 199. It's a $215 strike with a $16 premium. Well done. Let's go. Did we talk about what would be happening? We did talk about SoFi all day long. We talked about it all day long today. It's almost there, Michael. It's just around the corner, Michael. It's just the next trade. At any time, it'll be a $400 stock. 1866, and then the next trade will be 400. And there you go. Wow, so much going on. Later, peeps. Enjoy the rebalancing. Hit the shatter. And make it a good Friday night. There you go. Yeah. Okay. 208 on GameStop on 1.7 million. 1866 on SoFi right now. Everyone getting their indexing and trades done before the 4th of July, I guess, perhaps. I got time, says Michael. All good, Bruce. I got Michael. I got time. DQ Michael, it's a 425,962 in Dong right now. So short attacking could be. Liquidity decreases due to the reverse repos increase. VIX volatility hits February 2020. No lead cap reporting now daily. Well, my SoFi calls just died a slow, horrible death. On the 18th, I was looking like a fat cat. Down goes Fraser. Welcome to the last minute option market. We're a home of losers. It's bad news unless you're a writer. Guys, I'm British. Dealer doesn't do U.S. options. Trying to find one to write covered calls, etc., but can't meet IBKR 150,000 minimum and maybe not Schwab. Looking at Degrio, Tastyworks. Any other ideas, please? Anybody know that can help? Mark, that would be good. The D, thanks, Bruce. Missed your shows today, but stop by to give you thumbs ups. Thank you, D. How are we doing for thumbs ups today? 407 thumbs ups is what we have, 22 on the downside. Thank you, everybody, for the 407 thumbs ups. If you're able to give me one tonight, that would be appreciated. It's been a long, long week. Thank you all for helping out. There's 422 thumbs ups right now. We just had a 15 show up right in one shot. Now we're at 425. Thank you, everybody. Any thumbs ups you can give us, we will gratefully accept them and say thank you, thank you, thank you. 431 and counting, 436 and counting. There you go. Yeah, July 4th. Yep. You were warned, John. You were warned on those contracts. Why would you wait for the expiration? Such a bad move. Straight broke after scooping up SoFi today. Looks like a ramen noodle night tonight. I see 420 thumbs. Leave it there. Thumbs on our side. Time's on our side, folks. Honesty, integrity, and consistency are worth investing in. There you go. Mark C. I've recommended Tastyworks for stock options for Brits. I'm adding the thumbs, even though I wasn't able to tune in today. Thank you, Scorpio XE. Bruce, have you been struggling to hit 1,000 thumbs up once you took away that Yoko threat? Vash, Bruce, Bruce, TD is showing me 6 million volume in the after hours. Is that a glitch? Get some extra rest this week and tell Jen be gentle this weekend. I'm showing 1.7 million on GameStop volume, if I got that right, 1.7 million. I don't know which stock you're talking about then for extra hours volume of that nature. Let's see. Thanks for the reminder. I gave him a thumbs up. It is considered fraud to let some of our peeps around the world to use our addresses so they can trade options. I don't think so. I don't think there's a problem to let people know where they can go and trade options. What's wrong with that? There are brokerage firms that offer the service, some don't, and so you're just letting people know where they can find the service. Have no problem here. 208 to 209 on GameStop right now. Let's see here. GameStop. I'm showing 1.7 million volume on GameStop in the after hours. I was showing during the day today GameStop volume of 5.9 million. So there you have it. SoFi volume today, 32.5 million. After hours, SoFi right now sitting at 18.59 a share. Whew. Let's see. Thank you, everybody. Uncle Bruce gave a great personal bio segment the first 20 minutes. Check it out over the weekend. Personal bio segment. Okay. Started a job today at the plant that assembles Teslas. They said there's never been more demand now that the chips are rolling in again. Right on. I've been waiting so long with GameStop that I decided to stop watching the stock, set an alert for 2:30, and went to do other happy stuff all day. At some point, it will rise, and it will give it my attention. There you go. British IBKR is Interactive Brokers. Want a bit more liquid cash, and I have to allow options even on a cash account. 1.7 million GameStop, that's pretty high considering what it normally does. To use someone else's address, misrepresenting someone's address, potentially. I would not recommend that. No, of course not. I didn't understand the first comment. John Van, sell the option at the sweet spot. Price is high and there's still time premium. Letting it expire makes you lose the premium value. You might as well buy the stock from the beginning. Mike Sullivan, morning or afternoon show? I think it was the morning show. That's what he's referring to, I think. This morning, 8:30. Okay, Uncle Bruce, is there any chance that SoFi dipping today is because you haven't played Yoko lately? Is that what it is? You holding out on us, man? You holding back Yoko? Bye, everybody. Have a good weekend. May the good Lord bless you. Uncle Bruce, bagel to the moon. Thank you, Frankie. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not playing Yoko. I can steal you a Tesla piece by piece if you're interested, Bruce. Tony, I had to buy more of that tasty dip before the power hour. Hit the like button for Bruce. I'm interested, Tony. Yay, trivia. OT is right. We are at 505 thumbs ups now. We've broken the 500 barrier. We only have 495 to go to get that magical 1,000. I'm not too optimistic, though. I don't think we're going to get 1,000 thumbs ups today. Just my hunch that's just not going to happen today. Weeks like this make me want to close all my positions and invest in Berkshire Hathaway. Let's give Roast those thumbs ups. Have a good weekend, everybody. After hours prices could impact options on the date of expiration. Most brokerages do allow for this, but you have to call them on the phone because you can't trade after hours. He talked about how he got into the YouTube business, says Michael. Just curious, other streamers constantly announce, I am not a financial advisor. I like that you do not constantly say that. Is it because they own stocks and you don't? Yeah, they own stocks in the stocks that they're telling you to buy. There's They own shares at whatever prices. They own options, and they're telling you, oh, this is a good time to buy this stuff. I don't do that. Time to take a chill pill. SoFi. See, it's not just GameStop being shorted. Just shy of 30% interest. How the heck can one seller drop a penny at a time? 35 million volume seems really shady. Yeah, I agree. Shady is right. Who's your favorite wrestler? Who is my favorite wrestler? I really used to enjoy. What was the name of that guy? What was his name? Honky Tonk Wayne. Oh, I loved Honky Tonk Wayne back in the day. If you don't know who Honky Tonk Wayne is, you're going to have to check him out. Honky Tonk Wayne. Anti-PC, how bad was your call on SoFi? Yoko. Yoko bought SoFi stock with John Lennon's estate and dumped it after you trash talked her. Laughing out loud. John Van, I lost 168 on those contracts, by the way. Chris, bought my first call option, 2250, October 15th. Way to go. Welcome to the option market. Let's see how we do next week. Larkin, sold a 17.5 SoFi July 16th put for $1 premium. I don't know which would make me happier, keeping the entire premium or buying SoFi at $17.50, less $1, which means you're paying $16.50. I own stonks, says Tony. Farragut, if it's fine to give tips on burying a dead body, if you believe it's a hypothetical question, is it? Well, I don't know if this means a super chat drink. I'm beyond knackered. Morning all. Hi, Uncle Bruce. Which SoFi call would you have bought today? I'm ready to buy my first call. I won't talk to you about that. John, I had two 2050s, 12150, 123. Skip the Yoko, just play sounds of car crashes for the week. Oh my gosh. Let's see. George the Animal, Honky Tonk Man. Yeah, Honky Tonk. I think he was called at one time Honky Tonk Wayne. But Honky Tonk Man, yeah, I think that is still last I saw. Anyone know what the short interest for SoFi? Yahoo Finance shows nothing for me. Waverly Phelps, QQ entered in a SoFi limit order for 1850, last 30 seconds or so. Why do some hit and not others? Are limit orders filled to the requester in order, or the limit orders just filled at random? Yeah, Waverly, this I don't know. It's all done by computer now, and I'm not sure if it's done random or not. You never put in an order at 1850 to buy. You put an order in at 1851. Never enter a round number on a buy or a sell if it's a limit buy or a limit sell. If you're trying to scoop cheap stock and you think it could go down to 1850, buy at 1851. They have to take you out before they can hit the 1850 price to get the print down there. They got to take you out. It's just a penny. Who cares? On the sell side, if you're trying to sell for like $20, offer it at $19.99. Do what retailers do. $19.99. Do what gas stations do. $19.99. Don't be playing these nice round numbers. You'll get left in the cold again and again and again. Don't be doing that. I think you mean Honky Tonk Man, Uncle Bruce, get with it. Well, I'm talking about the Honky Tonk Wayne from the 80s. Stampede Wrestling days. You're just a kid. I lost more than 168, John. Oh, no. Ultimate Warrior. BlackBerry CEO is on CNBC talking the price dip. Seems like they are in business with every major company. This is not a meaningful indicator. Oh, it's a solid kind of a company, but they used to be so much more valuable, so much more successful. They are a shadow of what they once were. Research in Motion and BlackBerry, they've come a ways down here. Does that mean we should all have a not financial advisor disclaimer in every message? Sorry to hear that, PC. Bruce, you should carry around one of your phone amplifiers like it was a 2x4, just like a hacksaw. I wish I lost $168. Dan, Bruce, and Co., I hope you all have one hell of a nice weekend. I'm going to go cry in the shower right now. Me too. I'm loving the show. Young Rock with all the old wrestlers mentioned. I like Honky Tonk Bruce better. He was Honky Tonk Wayne before WWF Wayne Ferris. All right on. What a crap day. Geez, my order was $18.51, but filled at $18.50. Okay, thank you. Down $32. My other position saved me. I like Bruce doing the twist. Junkyard Dog. GameStop, 210. Well, 209.76 right now. It's looking good. Bruce, you should open a brokerage account Just a paper trade, your picks moving forward. This way you can not own stock while showing your success rate. Someone should do this on your career. No, thank you. John, I really did well on ME calls last week, so this took about half of it. Mark, didn't IB also stop GameStop buys during January and gloat about it in interviews? That could be. What about the wrestler named George the Animal Steel? I'm not a financial advisor, says DQ. J. Ray, Uncle Bruce, I put a bid for $1 for a SoFi call for 1950 June 9th. It didn't fill. I guess I should have bid 101. You may or may not have got it anyway. It depends on the volume of the contract. If it's a thin trader, you won't get it anyway. AB, Walmart used to make an exception for Nintendo. As Nintendo of Japan demanded total control of the price, or they'd remove their products from retailers. 98 prices they hated, 99 were okay. I like Bruce's Yoko dance. Dusty Rhodes always gave me ew vibes. John, I've been told I play too much in the shower. Oh, no. Good day to try Anti-Gen's edibles, Uncle B. Oh, my gosh. Cheers to all of you from around the world who are with me today. And what a day we had. Yup, Honky Tonk Wayne and Honky Tonk Man, the same guy. He is a cousin of Jerry the King Lawler, great intercontinental champion for the WWF. Honky Tonk Wayne. I'm going to give you so many lefts, you're going to be begging for a right. Yeah. Did I miss the Costanza ice cream face today? John Van Elizabeth. Mark C, not that I'm aware of, could be the case, been using their crappy looking app since last year, never had issues. What else have we got here? I don't know what these comments are all about. Thank you all for being here today. We've got, how many thumbs ups now? 550 thumbs ups have come in. Thank you for that. We're at 209.99 on GameStop on the aftermarket right now, and 2.3 million shares. We have 1855 on SoFi in the aftermarket, up only a nickel from the low, which was a crash low. Honky Tonk Wayne is from Tennessee. I'm from Hollywood. I got brains. Hart Foundation from Stampede was awesome. Too bad about Owen Hart. Those are the glory days. Ric Flair. Woo! Oh, man. Nintendo used to threaten retailers with any of their games products were put on clearance sales. Without their authorization, they really hated anything that made their products look cheap. There you go. Rest in peace, Owen Hart. Yeah, I remember, was it all the various characters on Stampede Wrestling, all the good guys and the bad guys, and oh, gosh. Davey Boy Jones, good guy. Davey Boy Jones, good guy. The Grim Reaper? Oh, I think that's a new name, too. The Undertaker, all the wrestlers. Oh boy, that was a long time ago, and that was a far, far time away. Oh man. All right. I wish you all a good night, says Spielar TV, and a good weekend. Big bagel love from Germany to you all. Thank you. Andre the Giant was the best, will always be the best. Plus, how you can beat his beer record of 116 beers in a sitting. David, Bruce probably remembers Stampede Wrestling out of Calgary. Yep, I do. I am royally pissed, says British. Hey, guys, how many of you start your day watching the stream at 5:30 a.m. Pacific, then come back in the afternoon, do a double shift of learning with Uncle B? Leo, George, Russell 1000, ETF rebalancing. Yep, 209.95 on 2.3 million for GameStop. Yep, that's what it's doing. Bronco Bruce, can you fly to shop Costco USA? Getting back is the problem. You can fly to get out, but getting back is a problem. Then from my neck of the woods of the Von Erichs and fabulous Freebirds and old Mid-South too. Remember the Crusher, old school, fun day. See you at 7. Okay, bailing out of work. Y'all have a great weekend. Thomas Bruce has deep wrestling knowledge. Enjoy y'all's weekend and be safe, says Texas. Thank you, Texas. Re-UG, thank you. Ignore me if I'm intrusive, but do you have 6 figures in there? They claim that at application they don't allow me to do options unless I do. I don't know what to make of that. I set my day around morning Bruce and afternoon Bruce, says Anti-PC. Love the profile pic. Have a great weekend. They have to reconfigure the seating of any plane. Andre the Giant was on, had to clear out 2 rows of seats just for him. I can imagine. He was in Princess Bride. Yes, he was. Jimmy Superfly is take care. I've started getting up earlier because of Uncle B and his pre-market rants. I'm mostly here twice. Thanks. I had thought it was a good idea. You should have clarified that royally pissed means something different over there. Now Americans just think you're mad. I'm not mad. No one's mad. The Iron Sheik and the Roddy Piper. The names from the past. Have a great weekend, Bruce. No, thank you, Michael. Andre was in Princess Bride. It should look like I would try to give Bruce more bagels than he already had. The Iron Sheik. Oh gosh, Andre was in Princess Bride. Inconceivable. Oh yeah, love that movie. Who didn't? 209.51 on GameStop on 2.3 million shares. Wowee. Iron Sheik was pissing off Americans like crazy. British, observe thyself. Oh my God, I'm far from mad at anyone. I'm completely and utterly drunk. Help me. Same here. I even take a nap like Uncle Bruce does too. I can't wait till we have a pro wrestler as Prez. Marksy, yes sir. Yes sir, I do. I was about to say Superfly. What about the Mongolian Stomper? Apparently, Andre the Giant had to poop in the hotel bathtubs because toilets were too small. Gorilla Monsoon, quick. Hi, it's a busy day. See you at 7. Sharon, I'm still in bed when Uncle Bruce starts with his AM show. I'm in a time zone behind. Plus, I work late evening, so I don't go to bed until 1 a.m. Nailed it, Uncle Bruce. Jake the Snake Roberts. Oh yeah, another one. I don't think that weird. Uncle Bruce, did you ever make it to a wrestling event? I went to Stampede Wrestling one time. I went to Stampede Wrestling. Yeah, it was a Friday night. That was hilarious. So much fun. Laugh. Don't be pissed, British shilling. Oh wait. Word means what you think it means. Kayla, far too late for that. The Kangaroo Brothers. I have a tea time in 45 minutes. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday, Green Day. Thank you, Bobby Tex. Bathtubs, laughing loud. Drew, oh my gosh. Yeah, Stampede Wrestling. I am and then Sergeant Slaughter became an anti-American character as well and got death threats because of it. Oh my gosh. The wrestlers. Oh yeah. I remember the side characters, the ones who would talk to him. You remember Ed Whalen? I don't know if any of you remember Ed Whalen hosting Stampede Wrestling. Oh my gosh. Ed Whalen, the local sportscaster for Calgary, in Calgary, Alberta. He was the host of Stampede Wrestling. Oh god. Ed was world famous. Our local guy with a toupee, our sports guy with a toupee, he was world famous. Unbelievable. Sergeant Slaughter was awesome. Anybody want a peanut? It's not a party until somebody poops in the bathtub. The way Bruce reads these comments, it's worth the price of admission alone. Bruce the Creston Crippler. I'm home. Nothing could go wrong. I will not be sleeping in a hedge. Oh, gosh. One of the first action figures I had as a kid was of Sergeant Slaughter. I want my country back. Oh, no. Ed Whalen quit mid-wrestling show because of a woman getting trampled in a riot. Oh, no. Gorgeous George said, guys, let's go. A couple of college kids were throwing beer cans at a bar. They went to leave, and he flipped their car. Cops came and arrested the punks. Let Andre go. Oh, my gosh. I think Stampede Wrestling also went on the road occasionally, and Ed Whalen was interviewed once. He couldn't believe how popular they were when they would go to the Dominican Republic, and they would do a show down there. 20,000 fans wanted to see these guys. I mean, they were on cable around the world. It was unbelievable. Syndication everywhere. Yep, unbelievable. Going to be fun. Local Blast #1. I did my homework. I wrote down my questions and deposited some funds in my TD account. I am ready for Uncle Bruce's one-on-one. I feel like it's going to be my first day in college. Get ready. Miss watching WWE with my dad. Rest in peace. Uncle Bruce, was New York City all you thought it would be when you lived there back in the day? I never lived in New York City. Make it to Broadway shows or have the hobnob with clients at foo-foo snobby restaurants. I never lived in New York City. I've been to New York City. I've done business in New York City. I've traveled there for pleasure, but I have never lived in the Big Apple. Would love to have lived in the Big Apple, but never to be. Could have lived in the Big Apple after 2000. Jen and I, we could have moved there, but for little Jennifer, we didn't want to be in Manhattan with little Jennifer. That was not the plan. So we moved to Palm Desert, California. We ended up living there for a while and loved it, and love to go back every winter. Can't wait to go back. Anyway, there you are. I dressed up as Dread Pirate Roberts for Halloween a few years ago. My buddy were Fezzik and Inigo. Most free drinks I've ever been bought. Jim Cornette with Midnight Express had to be escorted out of Tulsa to stay alive. They were so hated. Anyway, I don't know some of these names. I think I'm going to change my name. Uncle Bruce has called me Loco and Lobo. I'm going to change it to Butta Bruce. I reiterate, if you want some motivational slogan screamed at you in all caps, look at the Iron Sheik's Twitter laughing out loud. Oh my gosh. Stampede Wrestling. That was an institution for probably 20 or 30 years. That was an institution in Calgary, and it was syndicated around the world. Unbelievable. Stampede Wrestling. Iron Investing. Uncle Bruce, just curious, what was your best and worst trade when you were a broker buying stocks? Oh, gosh. I don't know. Oh, gosh. When you've done millions, you only remember a few, and you might forget the big classic ones. Uncle Bruce, what's the most odd dish you've had when traveling in Peru? People get surprised you can eat guinea pig. Oh, I see. I never have anything odd when I'm on the road. If I don't know what it is, I don't order it. What about Archie? What's Guley, Leo Burke, and Bad News Allen? Bad News Allen, Leo Burke. Yeah, Archie Gooley. I'm not sure about Archie, but those other two, yeah, I can eat a surprisingly large amount of red meat. Undertaker versus Nick Foley cage match. Was that the best match ever? The best thing about the old days were the little old ladies at ringside shaking their fists at the villains. Oh yeah, and then the characters around the side, those little I don't know what you call those guys. Well, what do you call those guys? The promoters or whatever they were. I forget the guy's name, but at the end of the night, at the end of the wrestling night, Ed Whalen would interview the bad guys' handler, the manager of the bad guys. He was just a little guy. He was like all of 4'8", or like me. He was as small as me, 4'8", 5 feet. And Ed Whalen would interview him every night. Hit the cell. New member, Gerald Hill. Hi, Gerald. I've met so many of these guys over the years. They're such cool folks. Welcome, Gerald, to the channel. Welcome, Gerald. Stone Cold versus The Rock was an epic WrestleMania. Paul Heyman. I'm not a wrestling fan, but Foley is a legitimate badass. And I'm wondering if that's his name. Was that his name, Foley? Just a little guy. Anyway, Ed Whalen would interview him, and he's like, Mr. Whalen, we're going to have a party tonight, and you're not invited. Ed Whalen would go, I don't want to go to your party. I don't want anything to do with you guys. The midgets, hopefully we can all become like Ted DiBiase and become the $1 Million Man, but with no pseudo-Slavi butters. Butler's. Oh, pardon me. I remember Bret the Hitman Hart. I think it was he gave a speech about Americans and their lack of health care. Makes him disgusted. And his home can is better than that. He got massively booed. How to rile up an American audience. Oh, that is funny. That is funny stuff. Oh, Bret the Hitman Hart. You Americans, you don't have health care like we do in Canada. Oh, do that in Cincinnati, see how long you last. Oh, God, that's funny. Jimmy Hart, the mouth of the South. Oh, yeah. What about Mean Gene Okerman? Are we listening to Yoko tonight? Oh, Mick Foley, a.k.a. Mankind, a.k.a. Dude Love, a.k.a. Cactus Jack. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh, those are the days. Oh, those are the days. Yes, Mr. Viren. We're going to have a party to celebrate our victories tonight. As the belt will stay with us as it dutifully belongs. We're going to have a party in our hotel room, and you are not invited, Mr. Whelan. None of you and your fans are invited. J.R. Foley was the manager you're talking about. People in the comments are talking about Mick Foley from WWE. J.R. Foley, that's right, J.R. Foley. What is tonight's subject trivia tonight? Tonight's trivia subjects are going to include a number of topics, and see if I can do anything about this. We're going to be talking a little bit about professional sports tonight. We're going to do a little bit of Hollywood trivia tonight. We're going to have some fun with that. We're going to have a little bit of game. We're going to have like a game show trivia tonight. You don't want to miss this. We're going to have some fun with that. Yes, miss the wrestling old days. It was like the fake blood cutting another wrestler with a hidden blade. It looked like a UFC fight. The sweat, the body oil, how they ever could hold on, no clue. Shawn Michaels pissed off a Canadian crowd during that Bret Hart beef they had. Crowd was going bananas against him. Oh, no. Randy Orton took thumbtacks to the back without a shirt on. I'll never forget that. He went pretty far with it. He said we're heartless and let homeless people die in the street. Old people die poor. The booing got progressively worse, and he had more conviction. He had more conviction as he kept on laugh out loud. Not JR. Oh no. I was supposed to be a British accent. I feel attacked. Best insult ever was when Bobby the Brain Heenan would call the crowd ham and eggers. Brett, for a time, was a face in Canada and a heel in the U.S. Great storyline. Really put him over. Oh, I was once in a Columbia, South Carolina hotel bar with a bunch of wrestlers in the early 90s. Ric Flair, Macho Man, Randy Savage, and all the guys. They beat the crap out that night. They were drinking machines. Not J.R. Foley. His name was Jim Ross. He's from Oklahoma. Zach, oh yes, I watch a lot of Buzzard Channel. I know some game shows. Joshua, J.R. Foley is someone different than J.R. and Junior and Mick Foley. J.R. Foley was a Stampede Wrestling heel manager. That's the guy. Good. That I don't leave before Bruce changed his voice to talk. Glorious thought. Someone else's talk. That was good. J.R. Foley, Mr. Whelan. Yes. I'll take stonks for 400, Alex. 7 o'clock Eastern Time, live trivia right here and on Traveling with Bruce, dual channel, live broadcast on both channels simultaneously. And you're all welcome to join. If you're members of this channel, come on over and we'll have fun tonight on trivia at 7 o'clock Eastern Time to unwind from another crazy week and see how we do with that. Oh, man. Heenan's best line was when Marty Jannetty was thrown from the window and Heenan said he was trying to escape. WWE has a show that looks for lost treasure from wrestling called WWE Most Wanted Treasures. It's a must watch. Oh my goodness gracious me. Machine Gun Bruce. I love the inept referees, the total inept referees. Love those guys. Oh, the crowd is screaming and the referee has no idea what they're screaming at. Guys coming in the ring with a chair. Third guy's coming in with a chair. Nobody saw anything. He didn't see a thing. And then you always had the bleeders. You had the wrestlers who were excellent bleeders, and they would always get nicked somewhere on the face, and they just bleed profusely. And they looked like we're in a real mess, and then all they had was a little nick here that they would just pick at every time to keep the bleeding going. Keep the crowd wondering. Gotta buy WWE stock for the hell of it. Never sell to always remember this day. Oh, Stampede Wrestling. Oh, Ed Whalen and CFAC Television in Calgary videoed it with the camera crew. They did a fake stunt once where Vince McMahon's limo had a bomb in it and blew up. Donald Trump apparently called Vince's wife and asked he actually got blown up and what hospital he was in, laughing out loud. Tony, when HHH bashed Randy Orton's house with a sledgehammer. I love when Hockey Talk Wayne would come into the arena with a cheap guitar. He'd be coming. He's got his cape on, his golden cape on. He had his sunglasses, his Elvis hairdo all poofed out. And he came in with a cheap guitar, and his buddy would be getting beaten up, and someone would distract the referee, and then he'd get in the ring and beat the other wrestler with the guitar until he's into smithereens, and like nothing happened. Bruce, do you happen to know what The Rock was ever cooking? Was it Cornish game hens, baking crumpets? I don't think he ever told us. I have no idea what you're talking about. Wally's World foreheads were scarred up like sticking their head in a bag of cats. Maybe I joined after the video game break. It's sad that there was no notification the first time when you say the topic was Ghostbusters. Carlos, good old JR, Jim Ross. Guy looked like a beanbag chair with a 10-gallon cowboy hat. And Bell's palsy shouted the best lines ever. My God, he's been decapitated. Tony, I remember that. The camera work was hilarious. Stone Cold Steve Austin. I like that episode of Married with Children where they find out they're related to King Kong Bundy and he beats the crap out of Al. Tony P, does it bother you that half the people talking to you think you're Tony Peckus? Do you worry about that, Tony P? There was a full camera crew at Orton's house when Triple H showed up. Nothing to see here. Well, I always have a camera crew in my house in case something ever happens. You never know something could happen. We're up 13 cents in the aftermarket on SoFi at 1863 a moment ago. Now we're back to 1850. 209.51 on GameStop on 3 million shares in the aftermarket. I never wanted to change my name more. JR as Beanbag. I'm dying, says Jason. I'm dying. Did you ever go to the live wrestling show, Uncle Bruce? One time, just one time. Stampede Wrestling, one time. I did go. It was probably 1985, maybe 84. Yeah, one time. And it was a slick production then. Oh, they had it down to a T. It was a 1-hour show for wrestling. It was broadcast Saturdays. They'd have the show on Saturday. They had that thing down perfectly timed. Unbelievable. And the crowd filled with regulars every night, the regulars. At the Calgary Big Four building or something like that. They had it in some kind of a pavilion, a Calgary Stampede pavilion or something like that. Oh my gosh. Yep. Anyone a Kurt Angel fan? And I remember the episode of Raw so vividly. Then Benoit did what he did, and Mr. McMahon was on camera the next week talking about it. Eyebrow, can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Jake the Snake flames Hinky Tonk for his neck injuries and let his substance abuse. When will your classes start? As soon as possible. I'm working on it. Anti-Gen hits Uncle Bruce with the chair and covers him for the win. You would pay to watch that, wouldn't you? Yes, you would. Oh, gosh. My bad. It was Bud that got the crap beat out of him by King Kong Bundy level. I need to see that one again. Oh, my word. The days gone by. $210 a share on GameStop right now. Hulk Hogan, before he was famous, my first live one had to have been around 83 or 84. Chris Benoit, what a sad ending to a great career. Worst was when Bret the Hitman's Hart brother died on air. That was horrible. Bruce, being only 4'8" now, you've been 3'7". Then did you have to make sure that you're in front of the audience to see the wrestlers? I would stand on chairs. Carlos, Bruce is going to delay his options classes due to increased demand for wrestling classes. I tell you, crazy times, crazy times. I was taken to the event by an employee of mine. Guy was working for our brokerage firm. He was my desk trader after I became branch manager. And he was a nut all about it, and we went together, and he showed me around the place. It was kind of fun. I wish I could have had a cage match with whoever dropped SoFi's price today. Laugh out loud with the class starting questions. Chavo Guerrero. No idea what that means. All kinds of characters those days. Folks, I'm going to pack it in. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me this week. Thank you for becoming members of this channel. Thank you for donations you make to this channel. Thank you for wanting to get those classes going. I can't wait to start them for you. As soon as I can, I will, and I'll let you know. You'll be aware, and we'll just do it up, and it'll be great. Thank you, all of you, so much for being here. I love it. Hey, folks, good afternoon. Uncle Bruce, I took a vacation for a week, and you guys broke SoFi. Why the face? Have a fabulous weekend, everybody. Thank you. I am. Thank you all so much for everything that you do for my channel, all your support. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Tell your friends, subscribe to Traveling with Bruce and Uncle Bruce. Those of you who want to be involved tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern with live trivia, we're on this channel for members only and on the other channel. The announcement will go out shortly as I create this show in the next 20 minutes or so for 7 o'clock tonight. We love you, man. Don't worry about the haters. Thank you, guys. Take her easy this weekend. Thank you, everybody. We're going to have fun. Can't wait for the classes. Have a great weekend. See you for trivia. Uncle Bruce, you are an absolute gem. We love you and appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Have a good one, everybody. Have a great weekend, everybody. Have a good time. Later, taters. Thanks, Uncle B. Trivia. Uncle B, you're the best. See you on Monday. Thank you all. We'll catch you at 7 o'clock tonight. Then we'll see you Monday at 8:30 in the morning Eastern time. And we'll have some more fun then. Look forward to seeing some of you this weekend as I have special one-on-ones this weekend all set up. I'm looking forward to those. And we'll have fun with you guys. Thank you for another great week of commentary. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Pleasure is all mine. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. See you soon. Me, Jen, thinks I have a man crush. Elbow drop. Kachung. Mr. Whalen, we're going out for a party now, and you're not invited. Okay, guys, we'll see you soon at 7 tonight and Monday morning, and I'll see some of you this weekend for one-on-ones. Bye for now.